PP Percy hand is up. PP, let's hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, RP. This is just not necessarily a question, but I wanted to know if we've considered the sustainability of the community-based club based on their age, and given the fact that some of them might be going to tertiary institution in different parts of the country, and once in school, they'll be apart as a club. So I think it's something that we have to think about now, so that when that happens, we already have plans in place to still keep them together. So it's basically a suggestion. I want to know whether that has been considered.
Thanks for the question, PP Percy. Yes, we've given that a thought, and we're putting in plans to mitigate that. So yes, we understand that some of these youngsters may go out of the community to pursue other interests. But we are also trying to see how best we would continue to grow membership. So we'll seek to recruit friends and family of the members of the prospective Rotary Club. We also want to fall on Accra La East members, if they have nephews, they have nieces, they have younger brothers who fall within this bracket, to also come on board. In any case, if we also try the institutional base, there are also pros and cons. When schools go on vacation, etc., or they want to pursue other interests elsewhere, the risk of also losing membership is also eminent. So really, it's just weighing the pros and cons of both, of either the community-based or the institutional-based, and seeing how best you mitigate that risk. And for this particular instance, we've thought through it. And like I explained earlier on, these are some of the strategies we are putting in place to ensure that in an event where some members have to leave the community for whatever reason, we're not found wanting. Thank you.
Thank you, CP. Any more? Any more questions? Nimate, your hand is up.
I think my hand has been up since I raised it.
Okay. So we can move on, right? If there are no more questions. So the next on the agenda is the long-term strategic plan, and Doc is online, so he will give us some updates on it.
Good evening, RP and fellow Rotarians.
Good evening, Doc. Welcome.
Thank you. So we are slightly behind. However, we are working hard towards getting this done. We aim to have a survey ready for review by the board, God willing, next week. And then once that's done, we'll put it to the club. And then we'll also do a review of the last few years as well. Sorry, but we haven't been as fast as we should have been. But hopefully from next week, things will move faster. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Any question for Doc? Or we'll wait and see the first draft? Okay, so the next point, club activities for August. Club admin, if you are here, just run us through the activities for August.
Good evening, RP and fellow Rotarians. Nimate, could you please put the chat up for me, please. Hello, Nimate. Nimate.
The guy is not there.
I suppose Nimate
I am
has,
here.
okay,
I'm here.
but
I am sharing that for you.
all right, thank you. So yeah, on the screen right now is a month of August. It's just a planner which shows the activities we have lined up for the month of August. So if you, I think it's quite self-explanatory, but during our meeting yesterday, we agreed that we would have members visit virtually a Rotary Club, one Rotary Club every week for the month. So if you look at the calendar, you would realize that there is a club visitation, which shows Monday, the 9th, we are visiting one club, and then the 17th, we are visiting another club, and so on and so forth. For now, for Monday, RPS, we have agreed that we will all be visiting the Tesano Club. We will give details of the program, the time, as the day draws close, and then we will further give you further information on the clubs that will be visiting subsequently, which would be definitely be a Tuesday club the following week, and then a Wednesday club the subsequent week. That would be a visitation program. And then if you look at the activities for the Thursday, of course, today is a business meeting, and then our normal meetings. Now, on the 19th of August, we have agreed that we won't have any meeting because of the Anglophone membership seminar, which comes on the 21st of August. The idea is to try and encourage as many members as possible to take part in the Anglophone membership seminar, and we'll use that as a club meeting for that week. Our most significant activity would be what we are planning on embarking on at the end of the month, which would be our membership drive program, which we've dubbed Each One Bring One, which is geared towards increasing our membership of LAIS. What we intend to do is to bring a Rotarian, a seasoned Rotarian. For now, we've decided on PP Robbie to come and give us a talk on the benefits of Rotary and what Rotary is about. So at this meeting, the idea is that we would invite all the people who have expressed an interest in joining Rotary. And then we will also invite other people that we've earmarked that we believe would be good Rotary materials. And then we will invite them, bring them to this particular meeting where we're going to have somebody speak to them about Rotary. Because I believe that in as much as quite a few people have expressed an interest in joining Rotary, most of them do not know, having really heard much about what Rotary is about and what is expected of them. The plan for that same meeting would be to have two people, Rotarians, one from our club, one from another club. We haven't identified the member from our club yet, or we haven't decided on the member from our club. Actually, it would be good if we had a volunteer, but from without the club, we decided on using PP John Michael, where the person would be expected to share his experience of Rotary. For that particular program as well, we intend to have Rotary souvenirs that we will distribute to the invited guests. And if our finances permit, then we'll have a small cocktail at the end to kind of give us time to interact with these prospective Rotarians. So in a nutshell, those are the activities that we have planned for the month of August. Unfortunately, yes, please go ahead.
I thought you are done. Go ahead.
Yes, literally done, yes. So if there are any questions, I'm happy to address them.
Thank you. Any question for club admin? Okay. So
of course, 1 minute. Of course, we'll post this on the platform so that people, members have a copy of it. The other thing which, sorry, I forgot to mention is the fact that there's a roster as well, which would indicate what each member is expected to do in the course of the month, which I'll post on the main platform as well, so that it is easy, because again, we want to ensure that there is as many members are participating in the meeting as possible, as many different members are participating in the meeting as possible. And as we said at the beginning, if you're unable to perform a function that's been assigned to you, then your recourse would be to speak to a buddy group member to take up that particular function. I'll share both of them on our pages where people can be prepared before the day. Of course, I would try and remind members of the activities a day or on the morning of the meeting.
Okay, thank you. I see PP Percy's hand up. PP Percy, let's hear you. PP.
Yes, RP, thank you.
Okay.
I have it's not a question. I need a bit of clarification from Club Admin. He made mention of visitation to other clubs. Are we thinking virtual visitation or physical?
These are virtual visitations. So we want to have a presence. So we would indicate to the club that La East is visiting, and then we want as many members that can join so that we will have a presence. What we're trying to do is, there's this perception that La East is not very well known. So we're trying to get our name out there so that when we decide to have activities, there are a number of clubs that have heard our name, that we have a relationship with, and therefore we can attract more members to our club. Don't forget, we want to have our 5th year anniversary program sometime next year, and we need other members, Rotarians, to join us in celebrating. So all this is geared towards making La East more popular and more known amongst the other Rotary clubs.
Okay, thank you. All right, any more questions? Okay, so on projects, we want Lieutenant Melvin to give us updates on the eye screening. It looks like for about a month now, we've not heard anything. If he's here, can you give us updates where we are and what is keeping us waiting?
Good evening, RP and fellow Rotarians.
Good evening.
Yes. Okay. So on the eye screening project, after the launch, we met with the Ministry of Health and one of the authorizing bodies for the documentation that is to be used for the training of the nurses that would be carrying out the testing. And there's a sister, let me not say sister company, but there's another group that will also be carrying out similar tests in the northern sector of Ghana. That's the World Child Cancer Group. So what the ministry has decided to do is to verify the information that we would both be using and make it sort of like a national asset, so that if anyone wants to carry out such a test, or anybody or any organization, there's a standard document that they can fall on to carry out that exercise. It's taken us a couple of weeks. They released the budget. We went back to them to discuss the budget. They've reviewed it and they came up with almost the same figure. Initially, we thought the figure had gone up. We got the revised budget, was it late last week? Yeah, late last week, we got the revised budget. They had introduced some new aspects to it, which we thought were increasing our costs. So we had to go back to them, and they've explained that that aspect, they're just letting us have something to compare against the other works that we are going to have to do in that particular area. So the next step is for us to meet with the World Child Cancer Group, decide on how we are going to share this new budget, which is a new development or a new introduction into our project. That meeting has been scheduled for tomorrow. as soon as I have the link, I'll let any member who would like to attend to know of it so that they can probably join us and listen in on the discussions. But as of right now, the ministry has actually gone far in the assessment. So what they are waiting for is for us to finalize or agree on the budget, release payments to them, and then they do the final stages of the work. We were pushing to see if we could have the training be done by the end of August, but with all this information, that hope would not be feasible. So we will sit with the ministry once we finalized or agreed on the percentages of the budget and decide on exactly when the training can be done with based on the new developments, and then that we would be able to communicate to the club and to our sister club as well. That is the current update on the eye screening project. Thank you.
Okay. So you mentioned budget. What is the budget covering?
It's
from their side. What is covering? It's covering
the review of the documentation, printing of materials, their certain allowances and all of that.
Okay. And what was the initial one they gave?
Okay. They gave us a budget somewhere around 24,000, and that was reviewed, and it came up to about 33,400. But out of that 33,400, there's 8,600, which is sort of like a floating cost. It's a floating cost, which is to cover a particular video production, which we would need to do. We have some video material, which is supposed to be used for the training, but it's basically with white children and all of that. And we've been asked to do it with the local population. Yes, even have it in one or two of the local dialects and stuff. So that is that figure is why that's why I call that figure a floating figure. They've given us what it would cost if they were to do it. Although they don't have the staff or the people to do it. So we need to see what it will cost to do it and then put that figure there instead.
Okay, thank you, Melvin. Any question? Okay, before we move on, we'll still stay with project. Members who are joining us now, please go to the main page. You see the fines there, and then Momo your money quickly. Everybody is paying a fine, so please go there and check and pay your fines and buy raffle ticket as well. And also, I don't know, Nimate, if you share the link for attendance. So kindly sign in so that we'll get the accurate attendance record when we are putting things together. Thank you. So we still stay with projects. BP Percy want to give us updates on projects, what we are doing in the next 2 months.
Okay, thank you very much, RP. So I'd like to thank our project manager for the ice screening project, Rotary Melbourne, for the update. As we all know, the ice screening project is one of the essential projects we are doing this year, part of the 4 main projects we are looking at. So we have the ice screening project as one, and we want to do a project on water and sanitation as a second project, and the third project, maternal and child care, maternal and child health. And then finally, we'll look at basic education and literacy, not in any particular order, but these are the 3 other areas that we intend to tackle. Dr. Kwesi has drawn our attention to the fact that when we visited the Good Shepherd of Orphanage 2 years ago to make the donation for the polytank stand or the water stand. Reverend Nimaku made mention that they have some problems with their toilet facility. So I think on the water and sanitation, we can look at addressing that. So I had a conversation with him this afternoon to check up on the water stand and how it was doing, and also to find out whether they still have that toilet issue. So he said yes, it is still a problem, and now it's even worse because the water can't flow to the toilet anymore. There's a problem. It's some sort of like a plumbing issue. So what we are doing now is to do some sort of like an assessment. So I'm making an arrangement to send one of my my project guys to go and then have a look and do an assessment of what needs to be done to fix their toilet situation, and also to be able to get the water connection linked to the washroom. Once it's done that, we'll be able to put a cost to it, and then we'll share with the club. And if it's within our budget, something that we can do, then we can start working on it. That's a project I don't think should take us more than a month to actually execute. The other thing is the wheelchair. The wheelchairs. We've made payment for 5 wheelchairs, but we cannot do any. We can't even claim it unless we've identified the beneficiaries. So they've thrown it to us to fill a document and send it to them, identifying the beneficiaries of our wheelchairs before we can actually pick them up. So as part of the conversation I had with Reverend Nimaku this afternoon, I asked whether they have any physically challenged kids in the orphanage, so that we could possibly add the wheelchair donation to the toilet project if we have to do it. And he said, unfortunately, no, they don't. But he said he knows of other orphanages that are close by, and so he will contact them and see. So this is something that we want to throw to the membership as well. If we can identify individuals or an organization or an institution that may require our wheelchairs, our 5 wheelchairs, then that could be one of the projects that we could actually undertake before the end of this month. I had a discussion with RP this afternoon that if we do identify such an institution or individuals as part of the donation, we can add other health beneficial items such as nose masks, hand sanitizers, etc., to make it look more wholesome for the donation. So if we're able to identify this very quickly, we should be able to get our first project underway and probably completed before the end of this month, August. What I also share on the main page is our other areas that we are looking at. As we are considering the Good Shepherd for the water and sanitation, if members can also come up with some project that we can undertake under these focus areas, it will be mostly appreciated. I've already shared it on the project platform. So far, we are not getting a lot of input. So I may want to share it on the main club platform. So we have maternal and child health, basic education and literacy. I think at the basic education and literacy, Rotary Sante has something to do with reading and books and stuff. So I'll have a further discussion with her and get details on that. So if we can identify some project under that category. RP, basically that is our.
What time inside there?
That's our short-term plan for the first quarter of the Rotary year. And I believe before the end of the first quarter, we would have actually identified all the projects that we are doing, put plans and budget to it. Let me go back to the ice screening. At the beginning of the Rotary year, I put a budget of 15,000 cedis. It was supposed to be a contingency budget for the ice screening project, but if you look at where our project manager has started his year from, it looks like that might not be enough at all. So this might probably put a lot more burden on our fundraising chair. So we may have to really do well to put in our 1 man 1,000 donations and actually go beyond the 1 man 1,000. If we can reach more people, try and pull in some more cash towards our service project, it will be mostly appreciated. Thank you, RP.
Thank you. I see Obunai's hand up. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, RP. PP Percy, just one question. When you mention the Good Shepherd, is the idea to refurbish or rehabilitate their whole washroom, or is it just to repair their toilets and ensure that it's working? Because if I remember, yeah, if I remember when we visited, the whole bathroom, washroom, toilet facility needs a complete makeover. So are we just looking at restoring the toilet facility, or would it be a complete makeover of the whole washroom area?
Thank you very much, Rotary Obena, for the question. So that is exactly what my project guy is going there to assess. He's going to assess the situation, and then we look at the best approach or the best cost-effective approach. If we have to tear down the whole bathroom and redo it, then that's what we have to do. Even if we have to do that, construction-wise, it's not such an extensive work, because we basically have to remove tiles. If they are tiles, you have to remove tiles and retile, and then install new sanitary. So it's just an installation of the sanitary and plumbing work. So worst case scenario, that is what we may have to do. And if we have to replace some doors and all that, we have to. But I need to wait for him to bring back the current situation as of now. Even from the last, we were there about 2 years ago. So he will go there, do the assessment, he'll take the pictures, everything. And then when it comes back, we'll be able to share that with the club. And then together we decide how extensive we want to do the work. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Any more questions?
Thank you, PP.
Any more? Okay, so we move on. Nimate, yesterday at the board meeting, we spoke about, I see a hand up. CP.
Hi, RP, and thank you for the opportunity. So, PP Percy, I have a little question, and the question is pretty straightforward. I just want to find out how the projects we intend to execute for this year is trying to fall in line with the district governor's objectives or district goals that she has outlined for us, especially when it comes to service projects. I think she gave some specifics.
Yes.
She was looking at girls' empowerment.
Yes.
Where
excellent
she's asking.
Question.
Sorry.
I said excellent question, AG.
So she mentioned that for girls' empowerment, she wants clubs to initiate 2 projects. And then she also stressed on the Rotary Day of Service, where she was expecting clubs to partner with Rotaract or Interact clubs to execute this particular project, where 25% of the participants should be non-Rotarians. So really, I just want to find out how the projects that you've outlined, or the key projects you want to do for this year, is taking this into consideration.
Aligned with this directive. Okay, excellent question. Thank you, AG. So yeah, right from the onset, we made aware of the RI President's directive for female empowerment and all that. So when we looked at our 3 main areas of focus for service project this year, aside the eye screening project, we realized that we could do something under maternal and child health, and then basic education and literacy as well. I remember last Rotary year, Project Chair Return Melvin had a plan to train some women. They even brought up a budget and all that. So that is something that I'm thinking about that we can explore under basic education and literacy, because that has got to do with the training of women, giving them skills and empowering them as well. And with the maternal and child health, we are looking at some donation of sanitary pad and other hygiene related materials to either a girls' institution or some sort. So that was the one that we were considering going out of town to do, but we are thinking maybe we need to focus it much closer to us in our community and not go so far, so that doesn't become too stressful for the project team members. So yes, AG, we've not forgotten about that initiative. We actually do have it in mind. So definitely within those 2 areas, we'll try and fit it in there. And even with that, with the one that has to do with the partnering of to do with like a partnership with another club, that was what we're looking at, the Eastern Region one. If we could do a partnership with a Rotary club in the Eastern Region, so RP was supposed to follow up with an RP in Kofodi or something, and see if we can do a joint project where they do most of the footwork for us, and then we all do a contribution and then take it up as a project. So it is in the plan. It's definitely in the plan.
Okay.
Thank you for the assurance, BP Percy. DJ seems to be very passionate about this, and it's come up in her visit with the clubs that she just started with on Monday and Tuesday. So if we're able to do this, I'm sure she'll be very happy with us. Thanks.
Absolutely. We'll do our best. Thank you, AG.
PP, I forgot to give you this update. I spoke to the RP of Equiapim Rage, and they are happy to do that project with us. So after the meeting, I'll give you details, and then we'll pick it from there.
Okay, thank you, RP.
So we move on. Nimate, when we spoke about the eye screening projects, I suggested to Nimate that members should also get the polo shirt and the t-shirt to wear. We can choose to wear it to club meetings or wear it maybe Fridays when we are going to work. I am in a hospital, so if I get it, I'll wear it all the time. And yesterday we discussed it. So I want Nimate to throw a little light on it. Nimate, you have 4 minutes.
Yes,
to do
thank
that.
you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so the project group for the eye screening project group and the PI group or committee, we agreed on the blue shirt on the screen for and health workers or nurses that are going to undertake the eye screening project. So this is as part of the brand and awareness, this is what we decided for them. And for club members, I was thinking that it would be nice if we had done ourselves in a white one. So this is what we have for club members. I think that it will be nice to have. So this is what we are proposing. On that, we would during yesterday's meeting, it came across that we can also do Lacoste for club members who are interested in a polo or the Lacoste shirt as well. So basically, for the design of the shirt, everything has been approved, and with I think the shirt is already in production. The blue one is in production, and a few of the white ones. So we can just agree on what to do and decide on which ones we want, and then we can go ahead and get them to support the ice cream. I think that the project is a 2-year project, and during that time we'll have a lot of appearances in media and all of that. If we can adorn this during any of those functions, that would go a long way to help Rotary in action, Rotary of action. So thank you.
Thank you. I see CP Yvonne's hand up. CP.
Thank you very much, RP. This has nothing to do with your T-shirt discussion, so maybe when you're exhausted, I can ask my question.
Okay. So please, if there are any questions, submissions.
Okay, I see Rusteo Obuna, your hand is up.
Okay, I'm seeing this design. Unfortunately, I'm seeing this design for the first time, or the back of the T-shirt for the first time. Is the one that is going to be for the club members going to be exactly the same thing?
Yes. So
I think that the design at the back is, my personal opinion, overly conspicuous.
It is too much.
Yes. So, well, this is for the blue, for what the workers are going to wear. This is for the shirt. But like I said, we can do a polo or a Lacoste shirt, and that one definitely we can have this huge behind it. So if you want other submissions for the back as well, we can provide that. I think we had other ones that didn't even have the wheel. I'm still getting to the tail end of it. I'll be able to share that on the screen as well. So I'll quickly fetch that design.
So, do you want the wheel smaller? Is that your concern?
No, I would have thought that the wheel at the back wouldn't be necessary. We could increase the size of the Rotary symbols in front and forget about putting this huge wheel at the back. I think the front is good enough. I don't know. It makes you look like a mobile billboard.
That's the whole idea.
but you want us to wear this everywhere we're going, so
yes.
I think that it's a little difficult to wear.
Yes, please.
Okay, Nimate, maybe give us other designs. We look at it.
Yes, I'll see if I can share that before the meeting ends. We already have such designs, so we can.
Thank you. And this time, if you are doing, we want quality. If it's T-shirt, we want quality. If it's polo, we want quality.
Yes.
Okay. CP Yvonne.
Yes, RP. RP, I just wanted to find out. I know that the new district cloth was outdoored at the induction ceremony of the new DG, and I was wondering whether the club had taken charge of consignment.
Okay, I'll call Lenny and get a few. I actually spoke to her to go and pick a few, but then I wanted to speak to the club first, and I think it escaped me, so I'll do that.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll do that. Thank you too. Okay, so we move on, and then Nimate, briefly on the using official Rotary email address for our correspondence. Can you throw a little light on it?
Yeah, so basically this is mainly for the club committee chairs and then the executives. So since the building of the website, we've always had these email addresses that are shown on the screen for use. And if the various offices or the various committees and executives will adopt using it, what will happen is that there will be continuity in what they have done, emails that they've sent over the years for different projects, different communications. Most of our communications, letters that we send, our sponsorship, whatever it is that we've done, will be preserved and we can reuse them over and over again. We can also keep track of people that have supported us in the past, what contributions and donations they did, and we can follow on them again when we have such needs. And also just to keep them updated of what, or the fact that the club is still in play. Once in a while, we can just do an email blast, depending on how we use it. So for the admin, we have the admin at Rotary.org. For secretary, we'll have the info. Then for membership, we have member at Rotary Club Accra. For PI chair, we have that. For president, we have that. And for project, we also have that. And for the treasurer, we do have that. To log in or check it, currently the passwords are the same as each individual email. So for admin, it's the same admin at RotaryAccra.org. If any of the chairs present decide to go use it, you just have to use the same email address to log in, and after that you can change that and then you update the president accordingly to that effect. So to log in, you just go to startmail.com and then you type in the username section, type in the email address, and then the password, you type in the same thing, and you log in, and you should be able to send emails, receive email, read emails from the club. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nimati. So, sorry, I have to. Ibi Amasa. Ibi, are you here? Okay, if Ibi Amasa is not here, I'm here. Okay. Okay. On leadership development participation, do you have anything for us?
Yes, like admin did indicate, it's coming on the 21st of this month, and we want as many of our members to take part. As a result, we are not even having a meeting on the 19th. So that week, we just want to reserve it exclusively for the membership seminar. So between now and the 21st, we'll keep on reminding members that on the 21st, in fact, the registration has already been put out. I think I think you've put it out, the link, so that members can register for it. So that is what I can say for now.
Okay, and also we want to encourage members to visit Rotary Learning Center and take about 30-minute course, and then download your certificate and share with us, so we can score our points in terms of leadership development. AG sent the link, so you can click on it and then register. So I think on AOB, yesterday we spoke about visiting the runabout and rework on the signage and then the grounds. And it came out that because we don't get water to water our grass and plants, we should go in for pebbles, which I discussed with the project chair, and he said we should look at it, we should start putting costs together, and when we are done, we share with the club. If they are okay, then we move on. We are looking at changing the flexi to Aluku bond, where we can always use the place as a billboard. So like the ice screening project, when it starts, we can print the flexi and paste it there. And then there will be a column for our club details. And then PP also suggested that we should leave a column for the assembly. We should always say something about the assembly and then the neighborhood, so that the assembly will know that we are not taking the place fully, but we are doing it with them. So yesterday we discussed that, and this afternoon I discussed with project chair. So project chair said we should look around and put a cost together. So when the cost is ready, we share with the club, and if the club is okay with it, we start. And also, DG visits, we mentioned it yesterday. We tossed around a few gifts to give her. Members present suggested that we should give her the same clock we gave Jeff, a custom-made wooden carved clock. And I think that one, it was PP Percy who championed that. So if members are okay with that, we can ask PP Percy to find out the cost. And if we are fine, we do that and put down for her. And also yesterday, I mentioned that our website is not looking nice. If members have time, they should check the website so that whatever Nimate and John Savage need, we provide for them. So they will update our website. And our website is one place that we can load all that we have. Create a gallery of projects we've done, activities, social activities, or events. It's our website. So that one also came up. So Nimate, can you share our link? So members will look at the website and then come out with ideas and we make it nice. And we are looking at doing this latest by close of September. So PI Chair and Nimate should take it up and then ensure that we get all that we need to make our website more attractive and informative. So on that note, I think on AOB, I am done. If any member has something, I see so many hands up. CP Yvonne, before I go to PP Percy. CP. Okay, PP Percy. I see hands up. Is it new ones or is the last? Okay, that's good. So we move on to fines. We started our fines earlier today. Melvin, are you here?
Can you hear me?
PP.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know if members can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I wanted to say that with regards to the clock, if we can kindly consider something else, because that clock was a specially handcrafted clock I personally did myself with my carpenter did wood. I bought the clock.
I cannot hear him.
PP, I think members can hear you, so. Hello. Okay, so let's move on to fines. Return Melvin, let's do fines whilst we wait for him.
Okay, good evening, RP again and fellow Rotarians. For our final fine this evening, we'll make it simple. I came in late so that I will be able to favor a lot of people. So all those who came before me contribute 10 cedis to the club. All those who came after me contribute 20 cedis to the club. And then you assess yourself on all the other fines that have been presented, and then you make your contributions accordingly during the week, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the fines didn't come as I was expecting it. All the people who bought the raffle tickets, the monies didn't come. We have the Momo on the screen. Kindly send it to us. Once you send it, I get a feedback here.
RP, I've paid mine.
Yes, I can see your name here. Rotary Reku, we miss you. Please send us something. Please pay your fines. Okay, so raffles. Nimate, if we are ready with raffles, let's go.
Can we all see the screen?
Okay, yes.
All right. just to check for the last time, do we have anyone who wants their name on the will and it's not on it? If you want a name on the will and it's not. Okay. All right, so RP, I will be starting.
Okay, please start. I'm sure I'm fine, no.
All right, so we have our first winner, which is.
Did I just win?
Yes. Our first winner.
Okay.
So we'll spin again.
Go.
All right. That's our second winner.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I didn't win. Please give my money back to me.
All right, so we're going to have the losing spin.
Yeah. Pipi Amasa, loser.
All right, thank you very much.
I'll donate 20 CDs.
Okay, please send the money.
All right, I will.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you. Okay. So once again, kindly sign the e-attendance form so that we'll get accurate attendance for the meeting. And all those who bought raffle tickets and are yet to send their money, kindly send it. And then the fines, I'm not seeing the notification here. Kindly send your fines. And I think on that note, we are done. Nimate, can we have the attendance?
Okay, so can I go ahead, please?
I see PP Percy's hands up again. I don't know if it's the old one.
No, it's not the old one. I think you guys couldn't hear me before, so I signed out and back in again.
Okay.
Just to say that we have to look for an alternative for the clock gift if it's possible to look for an alternative gift.
Oh, any reason?
Yes, the reason is that that clock was a customized work I did personally myself with my carpenter. So he had to go and find the wood, cut it up. I went to buy like a normal clock at Palace. I took it apart. So we basically, it was a very tedious work that I'm not looking forward to going through that process again. It was a very tedious work. We even have to carry the wood to a wood specialist to do the engraving and the writing. It was like a laser. It was extremely stressful. So I'll beg to differ unless the club is willing to pay me a lot of money.
How much money?
I can cost it for you, but I don't think it will be within the budget. So
we beg you.
So if we can
give you a citation,
consider something else. It was a lot of work. It was really stressful. It was stressful.
Rotarian president.
Yes.
There's a Rotarian in Tema, Adolf T, who also makes customized wall clocks. In fact, that's what I presented to my daughter and her husband during their wedding. I'll show you a sample. If it's okay, we can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll get in touch with Rotarian Adolf T.
Good. Thank you very much, PP.
Thank you, PP. Okay, so we'll wait for what you have and look at it so that we can make a decision. Yeah. Thank you. Attendance, please.
All right, so we have 17. If you could logged in twice. So the highest we had was 24, but I think a few duplicates. So the total that I have here is 17. RP.
I think members that sign in today are 20.
Are 20.
Yes, we had 20 members signing in.
All right, thank you. So 20, then that gives us 65%.
Okay, for attendance.
I think that deserves an applause.
Yes, yes, yes. Well done, Lais. But the money didn't come with the raffle. It didn't come. IPP friend. I'm still waiting for the notification before. I can see them dropping now, but I'm still not. Yes.
RP, you didn't tell me the price for my second raffle winner. I want the second prize.
Nimate will deliver it to your house. It's a surprise.
Okay, because I saw you earlier. I'm going to win.
It's a vest. It's a Rotary branded vest.
Hey, Mate.
Okay. Okay. So on that note, IPP Fred, welcome back. Can you give us the departing toast?
Right. I only have
as soon as you are done, you send the memo.
No, don't worry. It's all in Zimbabwean dollars right now. So don't worry. Let me convert them to yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, fellow Rotarians, as it's a business meeting, please a toast to Rotary International and to Rotarians wherever they may be.
Wherever they may be. Even in space
and Chadu.
Mr. Asari. Hey, Oreku. Thank you, everyone.